If I had one word to describe this club, I think it would just be impactful. What I really like about it is that it you get to work on something very practical and very hands-on. You actually get to learn things that you're going to use in the future while you're still in college. But it's also like for a good purpose. Like what you're doing is actually going to change lives, and I think that's like the really special thing about Engineering Without Borders.
abana bato barwubake urubyiruko rurwubake.
The villages of Kariga and Rugarama make up the Nyarui community in the southern province of Rwanda, with a population of approximately 3,000, many of whom rely on subsistence farming and seasonal labor. Today, much of the community depends on a natural spring as their primary water source, with a large proportion facing significant disparities in long and physically demanding walks to the spring across the hilly terrain surrounding the villages. These trips fall most heavily on women, children, and the elderly, who struggle to carry a single container of water, often relying on less than 30 liters of water per day for drinking, cooking, cleaning, and bathing for an entire family. Children are often seen making the trek to help support their families, a commute that can stretch over 30 minutes on a one-way trip, taking away from their ability to just be a child. The elderly and handicapped also face considerable issues, with seniors living independently relying on the kindness of other members of the community, or paying fees in order to receive a single container of water for the day, which creates significant financial stress. During peak times, many may wait for hours just to fill a single container, and when water supplied through the government pipeline becomes inconsistent, tensions rise amongst members of the community, becoming an additional source of distress. Recognizing the urgent need for a more sustainable and equitable water system, Rotary Oak Forest in the United States and Rotary Kivu Lake in Rwanda are partnering with students at University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, chapter of Engineers Without Borders, the Rwandan Bright Rural Organization, the community's established water committees, as well as the local government office to address this challenge with the needs of the community. During an assessment trip in August 2025, our partners at EWB-UIUC conducted interviews with approximately 130 residents across both villages and collected essential technical data. These conversations consistently highlighted one shared priority: a safer, closer, and more reliable water system. In response, their team is now designing an improved system through a water storage tank and a pipeline network. This system will reduce travel time, ease congestion at the spring, and ensure more equitable access for every household, especially the most vulnerable. This initiative is grounded in community collaboration, with local leadership and oversight being central to every stage of planning and implementation to ensure long-term sustainability and shared ownership.
So our project, we're aiming to fundraise $40,000 by the end of this year, and then we have a total project cost of around $70,000. So your donation would greatly impact our ability to
implement our design. So being able to raise those funds will make it so the community can get the first phase of access to the water, as we plan on implementing in 2 phases or over 2 years. So being able to implement that first phase is going to be crucial so that the community can start getting access to cleaner water faster.
This is where you make a meaningful difference. With more Rotary partners to support this project, we can move forward on a timeline that brings safe, reliable, and equitable access to clean water to the community as soon as possible, not years into the future. We invite you to join us in helping complete this project to ensure that clean water is not a daily challenge, but a guaranteed part of life for the Nyarui community. Your support helps bring water home.
Team Rwanda! Thank you!
Thank you very much for this time. I'm Augustine Bati from Rotary Club of Kivu Lake, Rwanda, that is operating in the whole country. Now we are here for the purpose of the water that is not accessible for the community of Nyaruri. So normally, first of all, the club or my club have been working with the different clubs and the different also local partners, and also we have been working also with the EWB, Engineers Without Borders, for different projects with other local organizations. So now we came here for another organization that is based here in Kamonyi district, which is called Bright Rural Organization, that identified a source and potential source of water. Identifying this potential source of water was based on the water crisis, and the water crisis that this community of Nyaruri was suffering with. So this community were just always fetching water, an open and protected source of water, whereby they were getting illness based on the waterborne diseases. And even some girls, students were just dropping out from the school because of looking and going to look and fetch water far away their homes and their families, and then that were creating and increasing absenteeism and even failing even at school because of not participating fully at the school. So this community have been just fetching the bad water for many years. So this project is needed normally just to respond to those challenges and problems that community of Nyaruri were suffering. First of all, once they get this water, this community will not spend much time going to look for the water, more especially the women as those who are going to fetch water. So they will just gain the time and working for their economic activities. So working for their economic activities, this will also improve their well-being, and also they will improve their health, whereby even the illness will reduce because they will be getting water. And drinkable water will let them also getting to be healthy, because they will not again suffering for the waterborne diseases. So that's why this project is potential, and this community need that support. They need all of us.
Hello, my name is Steve Wegman. I'm the responsible engineer in charge for the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign Student Chapter Engineers Without Borders project to bring drinking water to a village in Rwanda, as you may have already heard details for. 8 of us traveled to Rwanda last summer to assess the problem, begin surveying, and start up the design of the solution. The students are ambitious, bright, and capable, and I'm confident that we will build a successful project, but we'll need a successful fundraising effort to make that happen. We hope you can help with that part. Thank you.